eyes to see and ears to hear, feet that take me everywhere, little hands that work for me. For all this, I'm glad I'm me. So you could discuss my eyes are brown, but if I look at Amy, she doesn't have brown eyes. What color are her eyes? And everybody's going to stare and say, oh, they're blue. Hazel. Let's see. Beautiful. A penguin wears a black and white suit and waddles around in the snow. He swims in water as cold as ice, and he lives where the freezing winds blow. Very nice. Do penguins really wear clothes? No, but we do.
Wear feathers.
We do. If we're going to go outside and live where the cold winds blow, are we going to go outside in a t-shirt and shorts? No, we are going to go outside in our boots. What else do we wear when it's cold outside? See how I just transitioned from that really quick? What he wears to what we wear. He really has feathers, so he doesn't wear clothes. But we do. What do you wear when you go outside to stay warm? Penguin's feathers keep him warm. What keeps you warm, Mary? Gloves. So I put gloves in my hands. Very nice. How about, what do you put on your head? This is how we dress on a cold winter's day. We put on our snowsuits to go out and play. Can you put your snowsuit on? First you have to step in the legs, pull it up over your shoulders, put your arms in, zip it all the way up. Carefully you don't get yourself caught in there. We put on our snowsuits to go out and play. Then we put on our boots for walking in the snow. So let's pull our boots onto our feet. And we put on our hats and our mittens, because the cold wind begins to blow. And now we're all ready to go out and play. We'll stay nice and warm on this cold winter day. You have your coat on? You have your boots on?
Yes.
You have your snowsuit on?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, look outside! It's snowing! Oh, snowflakes are spinning down, snowflakes are spinning down, snowflakes are spinning down. Now they stop and tumble down. Here comes the winter wind, just listen to that sound. It blows and blows so hard the sun will dance around. Oh, snowflakes are dancing now, snowflakes are dancing now, snowflakes are dancing now. Now they stop and tumble down. But the wind is quiet now, it does not make a sound. The snowflakes lie so still, they're resting on the ground. Snowflakes are lying down, snowflakes are lying down, snowflakes are lying down, snowflakes on the ground. But here comes that winter wind, just listen to that sound. It blows and blows so hard the snow will jump around. Oh, snowflakes are jumping now, snowflakes are jumping now, snowflakes are jumping now. I see snowflakes on the ground. You have to finish it. But you can change it. See how I had them all resting and everybody was good. I love to do that because it's like the element of surprise. You're like, what's next? I put in here scarf movement, and I would consider throwing snowballs, but not at each other. So you could just put on something that has, something from World Party that has a good, bouncy beat, and scrunch your scarf, and then throw it. Maybe you want to throw a snowball to Mary, and she's going to take that snowball and she's going to throw it to Krista. They can listen to the music and they can throw the snowball to each other, or they can have partners, or they can just practice tossing the snowball up and down. Just an idea instead of all the instrument playing. Okay? So there's another lesson. So I'm going to add in a new rhythm. I'm just going to stick this in. I'm going to put this here. And when you see it, there's 4 notes. When you're explaining to your children, there's 4 notes. There's a double line on the top. When these 4 notes are all connected together, we call this ticka-ticka. Can you say that?
Ticka-ticka.
Very nice. Do you think you can tap on your leg ticka-ticka? So we're going to say ticka-ticka. Everybody do it with me. Ticka-ticka. Let's do it 4 times. We're just going to keep going. Ready? Ticka-ticka, 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 ticka-ticka. Very nice. So that's our new note. We're going to put that in with ta's today. So we're just going to say ta, ta, ticka-ticka, ta. Now they're not going to be able to do the legs and the hands. This is more for like older, like maybe 3rd, 4th grade. But for them, you can just do ta, ta, ticka-ticka, ta, 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 now we've done ta, ta, ti, ti, ta. Yeah, so let's see if we can figure it out. You ready? Ta, ta, ticka, ticka, ta. Ooh, good job. Do you think you can clap it this time as you say it? Here we go. Ta, ta, ticka, ticka, ta. Now what does it say? Ready? Ticka, ticka, ta, ticka, ticka, ta. Over time, you might want to say ticka, ticka.
Ticka, ticka, ti, ti, ta.
Just to review, we had our half notes, so I might even say, how about this? Okay. Ticka, 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 half note. Very nice. We can even introduce it then when you're doing your rhythm clapping, and you can use it as fruit names. Like pear would be ta, apple would be tt, watermelon, that's what we decided for ticka ticka. If you want to introduce it with the fruits, and you can say, okay, we're going to do some echo, I'm going to clap something to you, you clap it back. Say pear, pear, watermelon, pear. You say pear, pear, watermelon, pear, watermelon, watermelon, apple, pear, watermelon, watermelon, apple, pear. So you can even mix that into there. But when we get to that with yours.
So we're going to be singing about all these gorgeous, gorgeous fruits and vegetables. We're going to stand them up here. You guys can look at them while we're singing. Celery, broccoli, spinach and zucchini. Celery, broccoli, spinach and zucchini. Celery, broccoli, spinach and zucchini. Green, green vegetables I like to eat. Now put your hands down. Well, maybe not so much, but Mom says I must try, because they're good for me, and that's the reason why. Oranges, blueberries, apples and bananas. Oranges, blueberries, apples and bananas. Oranges, blueberries, apples and bananas. All those tasty fruits I like to eat. Well, maybe not so much, but Mom says I must try, because they're good for me, and that's the reason why. Ooh. Gummy bears, chocolate, cupcakes and cookies. Gummy bears, chocolate, cupcakes and cookies. Gummy bears, chocolate, cupcakes and cookies. Sweet, sweet, yummy fruits I love to eat. Yes, I like them so much, but Mom says not today. They're not so good for me, and she wants me to stay. Celery, broccoli, spinach and zucchini, oranges, blueberries, apples and bananas. All of these healthy foods eaten every day. Fruits and vegetables I need to eat. Fruits and vegetables I need to eat. Sorry, kids. No junk foods today.
Yeah, it's cute.
Towel.
We have a pretend towel.
Pretend towel. Take out your towel. Hold it out. What are you going to use this towel for after your bath?
To dry myself.
Right. Yes. Great. After a bath, I try to tell myself till I'm dry, face to dry, and fingers and toes, and 2 wet legs, and a shiny nose. After a bath, I try to tell my hair till it's dry, arms to dry, and shoulders and knees, and 2 elbows, if you please. After a bath, I try tell myself completely dry. Think how much less time I'd take if I were a dog and could shake, shake, shake. Think how much less time I'd take if I were a dog and could shake, shake, shake. There are times I can walk, there are times I can wiggle, there are times I can talk, there are times I can giggle. But there are other times when I must be quiet. There are times I must be still, like sitting at the table and eating all my food, like time for bedtime stories to get me in the mood for sleep. That's right. Have a good night.
Should have sat down and sitting at the table. So then at the end, we'll be like sitting at the table, eating all my food, time for bedtime stories to get me in the mood for sleep. Then we can, on for sleep, we'll lay down.
That's right. Have a good
Your closest step on.
So everybody could be lying down snoring.
And then you could even, at that point, you could wait, let it be real quiet and bask in it for a while, and then
Yeah.
say, wake up, and everyone's
Lights
and then you can even start just the first verse again to end it. There are times I can walk, there are times I can wiggle, there are times I can talk, there are times I can giggle, but there are other times when I must be quiet. There are times I must be still. Don't move. And then you can get them all calmed down and go on. That's a good one.
One for me, one for you. That's the way to share. One for me, one for you. The way to show our care. One for me, one for you. That's what a friend should do. One friend plus one makes two.
You can, at this point, you can either both hold on to the scarf, or you can hug your friend, or you can high five your friend, and you can hold your hand up in the air.
They'll like that.
Okay, and then we just did it. You know, we were just trying to think of ways to say we're sharing. So I said, you know, maybe sharing a scarf back. So we're always looking for activities for the scarves. So this time I got into it. I was like throwing snowballs and tossing it back and forth.
Maybe forwards and then pass it behind the backs.
You can pass it right.
Yeah.
You mean in the game now?
Yeah. Instead of throwing it, you pass it and then pass it behind your backs. The whole idea of pass, you can move like this. Around the, yeah.
Yeah, the
She's not sharing with you.
We are three little kittens, we lost our mittens. Oh my, oh my, oh my. We are three little kittens, we lost our mittens. We cry, we cry, we cry. We looked up and down, we looked side to side. We looked high and low, oh where did they hide? Then our mom said, kittens, you'd better find those mittens, or you won't be getting no dinner today. So we looked up and down, we looked side to side, we looked high and low, we looked far and wide. We are three little kittens, we've lost our mittens, oh why, oh why, oh why.
Where did they hide? You can put a lot of expression in this. So side to side, high and low. We cry, we cry, we cry. So you can, you know, I think that you can really make this a lot of fun for them. You know, if you're
And you can bring in
expressing.
a little stuffed kitten, you know, beanie baby type kitten.
Or what if you like bring in a pair of mittens and then hide it somewhere in the room, and then while you're singing it, they could like try and find them.
By just looking.
But
We
Yeah.
look. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh.
You make sure it's the
Yeah.
peeking
it's like
out
kind of
so
like
they
an
don't
I
have to
Spy
run.
game.
Right, so they
But they have to use their eyes to see if they
Oh,
can find
This
it.
is good.
Yeah.
Kind of like an I Spy game.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah. not something where they're all gonna
Before
run
they
around.
come
Right,
into
you don't
the
want
room,
the,
you have it
you don't
hidden,
want the
but they
trash
can
in the
see
room,
it.
but you want it just peeking out.
Yeah, like
just
maybe on
enough.
top of a windowsill or, you know, something
Right.
like that. That's how
Great
look.
idea.
Yeah.
That's a really great idea.
Dun 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 dun, and do a jump. Dun 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 dun. On your toes, on your toes. Come on, Krista. Move, speak up. Last march, here we go. What's next? Snowman round and fat. Here are my buttons, here is my hat. When the sun comes out, I cannot stay. I just simply melt away. And then I always say, whoops, I'm a puddle. Hat and mittens keep us warm. We are ready for the storm. Zip your coat up to your chin. Don't let the cold winter in. So all these you can add in, put them together with the snowman. Do one or two of the little snowman things, and then you know what? Then you pull out Frosty the Snowman. And you could do Frosty the Snowman after. It doesn't have to be before Christmas. It could be in the winter. It's a winter song. So you can try to save Frosty the Snowman for like January when it gets a little slow and you kind of lose what you're gonna do. Pull that one out. Do the Jingle Bells again. Do other instruments with it. Sometimes I'll sing, hello everybody, hello. And then when I get to it I say, my hands upon my head. I'll like just go right into it because it's like all of a sudden they're like, what's she doing? And they start doing it. On my shoulders, on my face, on my waist and on my side. Then behind me they will hide. Then I'll raise them way up high. And let my fingers fly, fly, fly. Then clap, 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 and 1, 2, 3. Just see how quiet they can be. Underneath that one on your paper is I have 10 little fingers, and they all belong to me. I can make them do things, just you wait and see. I can wiggle them high and wiggle them low. I can push them on the floor and stretch them just so. They can make little O's if I touch them together. They can even make a cup to catch rain in rainy weather. I can stretch them out wide or close them real tight. I might just fold them quietly when I sleep at night.
My fingers are fun. I have nails on the end of every one. I can wave them. I can shake them. I can
Wiggle them.
point
Right
them.
there.
I can walk them too. Yes,
My fingers are fun. I have 5 on one hand and 5 on the other. That makes 10 fingers in all. Whatever would I do if they stuck like glue? They'd be very hard to use. My fingers are fun. My fingers are fun. I have nails on the end of every one. I can walk them. I can talk them. I can slide them. I can swivel them around. Yes, my fingers are fun. I have 5 on one hand and 5 on the other. That makes 10 fingers in all. Sometimes they get sticky and very sticky. I will wash and rinse them all. Going by, snowflakes swirling round. Is the wind washing past? Is there frost on the ground?
What's the weather today? What's the weather today? Let's look outside and be surprised. Here we go out and play. Is the sun shining bright? Is there rain falling down? Do we hear a thunder? Is it still without a sound? What's the weather today? What's the weather today? Let's look outside and be surprised. Here we go out and play. Is it hot? Or is it cold? Is it somewhere in between?